What's up, good people? I hope you're doing extremely well. Today, I want to talk about how to stay focused on your money goals in a world of distractions. And this is something I've been wanting to talk to you guys about for a little while because it's something that I feel is very important in the scope of how we actually achieve things in our lives, especially with money. You know, how we achieve things with money and, any goals that require our time and focus and attention. One of the things that I think happens a lot is we are confronted with, decisions. We are confronted with times where we have to make decisions and we have to focus on the things that are important. And when we get in those moments of great focus, I kid you not, we are always confronted with distractions. Everything that is going to keep us away from really fulfilling our destiny in terms of what we want to accomplish and whatever it is. It can be our money goals. It can be, anything like right now. You may hear right now we're experiencing some technical difficulties right now with some water because there's some filming going on right now. There's some other filming going on for another feature. So I apologize if you do start to hear other superfluous sounds, but that it is what it is. But it's a good example of there's always things going on around us that keep us from totally focusing on whatever task it is at hand. And the trick is we have to be conscious of that and be able to keep our focus on the things that are important to fulfill the end result of what we're trying to accomplish. I know it's easier said than done, and it's one of the hardest things that you can do in life, specifically if you don't know it's happening to you. If you don't know that, the reason you are not accomplishing things is because you're constantly distracted. And this is something, people really do experience. And you may be even thinking about it yourself, times in your life where, you've had opportunities right in front of you. And for whatever reason, those things may have not come to fruition. And then when you think back on it, it's like, wait a minute, I was supposed to do this. I was supposed to do this key thing, or I was supposed to, go see this person or have this phone call or, meet someone here or do whatever. Those things didn't happen because you may have been distracted or thinking about something else or encountering some other distraction in your life that kept you from doing those specific things. This is a huge problem. This is a big problem because it really is the core, resistance to accomplishment. It's the one thing that will keep you from accomplishing things if you are always or constantly getting distracted at the point where you're supposed to be, connecting those dots, making those small things happen. Because there are a lot of small things that go into whatever big win we're going to have in our life. Whatever big thing that we're going to accomplish, there are usually a lot of little steps that we have to take along the way. And if we aren't taking those steps because we are distracted doing something else, then, it's not going to happen. And, like I said, a lot of times people don't even know it. People are not even aware that this is happening. They're not even thinking about, I'm sitting here, playing this video game or whatever. And I have nothing against, playing video games or anything like that. I'm just using that as an example. But I'm sitting here doing this whatever, and I have this goal to do something else. And I'm not doing that something else because I'm distracted with what's in front of me. I'm distracted by these things that keep coming into my vision or keep coming into my audio. And I'm distracted and I'm not doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing to connect those whatever dots they are that I need to connect to get to where I need to go. So it's very important first that we clearly define what those distractions are in our lives if we want to move past them. So that's really the first step. You got to define what those things are. And they're different for different people. You could have, distractions that are purely entertainment based, or you can have distractions that are purely emotional based, so really define that for yourself. You have to understand what those things are for you And once you do that, the skies open up because you start to really see the things that are keeping you away from the things that you want to attain. And it's a very eye-opening moment to be able to recognize when something is happening that is in your control to change. Something is happening to you adverse that is in your control to change. And a lot of people get to that point, but some people don't. Some people never get to that point of really seeing that. So if you are able to recognize that and define those things and get to that moment, consider yourself very lucky, because that is going to lead you to the next step, which is removing those things from your life, removing those distractions. And you want to do that. You want to remove those distractions quickly, because you don't want those distractions to become obstacles. And you don't want your distractions to become obstacles. And what I mean by that is that obstacles are harder to remove from your life than distractions. Distractions are things that are more surface. You can remove those surface things, but once they become obstacles, they become embedded in your culture and what you believe about yourself. And those things become really hard to remove from your life. They become habitual. Those habitual things that you have to do every day. If those are distractions in your life, you may even love to do those things, whatever they are. If those are things that are distracting you from accomplishing goals, oh man, it's tough. That is a tough place to be. And, I don't want you to be in that space. I don't want anyone to be in that space. So it's very important that when you have an opportunity to remove those distractions, remove them. Don't even think about it. Just get rid of them. Get rid of whatever those distractions are and move on to the next phase. But be patient with yourself. I think it's very important that we do understand that you have to be patient with yourself throughout the process of understanding your distractions and removing them. You got to be patient with yourself, because we're not perfect. We're all a part of this human experience, and we all have things that we do that aren't always beneficial for us and others. We do things every day that aren't the best things for us and aren't the best thing for others. So be patient with yourself and understand that you're not perfect, and you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to continue to make mistakes, and some things you're going to get right. And once you find what those things are, once you see this is what I can do to affect change positively, you got to keep doing it. Don't give up. Don't underestimate your power to do the right thing. That's something that I definitely want you to understand. We all have the power and the capacity to do the right thing and to make positive change in our lives and in the lives of others. Sometimes it's not even something that we're thinking about doing. Sometimes we are positively affecting others and the goals of others. Other people may have monetary goals that may echo what you're doing, and by you taking on your task and taking on your journey and really seeing that head on, you may inspire other people and improve their lives and improve their financial journey, improve the things that are going on in their life. And it won't even be something that you are doing on purpose, but it's just your intent in what you're doing is creating that catalyst for them. So be vigilant in that. Be vigilant in improving your life and doing the things that you need to do and want to do to be a good person and a better person at what you're doing. And I really want to stress that, do everything in your power to change your situation. I can't say that enough, because a lot of times we are faced with opportunities. A lot of times we get opportunities to change our situation, and we, for whatever reason, we're like, oh, well, I'll do that tomorrow. Or, that's, I see the big picture of that, but I can take a little more time on that. No, you cannot take a little bit more time on that, because those windows sometimes are just small windows that you have to go through, and they will close, and there's no guarantee that those will open back up again. So when you do have opportunities to affect change that way, don't let yourself be detoured from that, and don't be afraid of it. A lot of times I know there is a fear of success and failure when those opportunities arise. And we all know it. We feel those moments when there's a big shift that we can change in our lives, or there's a big shift in our lives and we can make effective change. In those moments, that is a moment where you will, if you aren't prepared for that, get a lot of fear and get a lot of, opposition to taking action in that moment. But I want you to know that it's important that you take action and not second guess yourself in those moments, because those are the moments that will change the course of your entire life. Those are the moments that will change the course of your entire life and the lives of the people around you. So definitely take the opportunity to do that. And I guarantee it will help you stay focused on your goals, whether that be money goals, health goals, whatever goals that you may have. You will be able to stay focused on those things and be undistracted and unfazed by whatever is happening around you. And I hope this has been extremely helpful for someone. And until we talk again, I wish you health, wealth, and freedom.